Hello, scientists. I just wanted to take a minute or two just to introduce you to the pHET simulation, Build a Molecule. This is the first activity that you're going to do, and you will find the worksheet that goes along with it in your packet. This is where you are going to be drawing the different molecules. You're going to start with this single molecule choice. When you get done, if you'd like to build more complex molecules, you're welcome to play around in this multiple option or even in the playground just to make your own. All right, anyways, let's get going. What you will see when you open it up is down here, there are some buckets. In each of the buckets, there are, the buckets represent the elements and these circles represent the actual atoms. When you put them together, all right, you'll see this little blue box right here with the arrows. That means they're joined right now, but if you want to unjoin them, you can click the blue button and it will separate them. If you want the atoms to go back into the buckets, you can click this little icon right there. You'll see the dots down at the bottom. This is the number of screens that you have with different buckets. The best way to do this, I guess, would be to take a look at your collection and what you need to build. And you'll know which atoms and elements that you need by looking at the chemical formulas. So for instance, water is H2O. So H, I know I'm going to need 2 of those. So I'm going to take 2 of those out of the bucket. Okay, and I know that I need an oxygen. Now you'll notice that they're not joined yet. They haven't made a molecule. They're not stuck together yet. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them together, and when I do, it will show me that I've made water, and it will show a highlight up here that I can slide this into. All right, so now I've done that one. Now I can move to the next screen. Now I'm going to look at what my choices are down here. I have hydrogen and oxygen, so I'm going to try to build some other molecules with these. Sometimes you might connect something that says, oh, I've made a molecule, but you'll notice that there's no blue arrow over here highlighting that choice. That might mean that it might be in a different collection that's coming up. So since I've made a molecule, but it's not on my list, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and I'm going to try to build something else. Okay, kind of what your worksheet is going to look like and what the screen is going to look like. So remember that these circles are the atoms and the buckets are the elements. So after you make a molecule, you are going to want to look at what is the chemical formula, and you're going to write it on that line. And then you're going to look at how many atoms did you use. Remember that an atom is a circle, so you'll count up how many of the circles you used. 1, 2, 3. You'll put that there because it took 3 atoms and 2 different colors. And the colors represent the different elements. And so I have made H2O out of 3 atoms and 2 elements. So you're going to continue to do that. You can draw whichever molecules that you want as long as they are molecules that you've built and are in your collection. Again, these are this is the chemical formula, and you're going to want to make sure that you label, just like you won't draw, you'll draw it like this, but you'll make sure that you put the chemical symbols in each of the circles so that your teacher knows what circle represents what element. Again, you can find the chemical formulas for the molecules in the little side panel once you slide the molecule into the space. Have fun building your collections. You'll know that you've completed each collection when you see this smiley face, and then you can move to the next. Notice again that you have to fill all of them in order to move to the next collection. And each time you move to the next collection, it will get a little bit more difficult, but not much. I also wanted to say that each bucket, like each screen, corresponds to one of the molecules that you're going to build, but that doesn't mean that you're going to use all of the atoms and elements that are in the buckets. So you might have a couple left over. All right, so I hope that helps, and have fun.